Alright, here is an advanced tutorial on possibly how to use triggers and activate multiple devices, yada yada yada. Here's a disclaimer. I'm not a pro. I don't do this for money. I'm doing this for your benefit. So if the video is off, the sound is off, I take too long to talk, whatever. Not a professional streamer. Don't care. This is for your benefit. So hopefully you can take these ideas and use them in your creative building. So what we're going to need, if you haven't watched the other videos on triggers, please watch them or have some kind of idea of how they work. Otherwise, you're going to be confused. Okay, so what we're going to need is a couple triggers. We'll take 3. We're going to need some barriers and some damage traps. Damage volume is what they call them. So I went ahead and prepped up some of this stuff. Oh yeah, and we're going to need player spawns as well. Very first thing you want to do is go into My Island. Under Game, scroll down to where it says Spawn Location. You can make that sky, current location, spawn pads, whatever. We want them to go on the spawn pads because we want to kind of control the path of where people are going. So they will spawn on the spawn pads. Oh shit! Not what I wanted to do. Told you I'm not a pro. Yay! We won! We won, guys! All right. So we spawned on the spawn pad. So the idea here is that we're going to use these spawn pads and triggers and damage volumes as transports. We will go from this building, number 1, to that building, number 2, and then that building, number 3. So I've laid down player spawns in each of them. The very first one you want to use as the island start. That way, when they spawn, they're going to spawn on that spawn pad. What we want to do is, we'll leave this one visible, so that when you spawn, you will see the spawn pad underneath you. The key to this is when you turn one off, you want to turn the other one on immediately. Sounds simple, but I'll show you. So if we have disabled or enabled on channel 4, then we want to have the next one disabled on channel 4, or vice versa. This one's going to turn off on channel 2. It's going to turn on channel 4. So we are going to lay down a trigger. Now, chances of them standing on that is slim and next to none, so what I like to do is put them right in the doorway. That way they have to run over that stuff. And I will get rid of this. Now, what was the disabled from 2? So we're going to have to make this one on transmit on channel 2. So what I'm going to do is triggered by player on, triggered by damage, times can be triggered in infinite, delay, trigger sound on. Visibility in game, I'm going to turn off. When triggered, transmit on channel 2. So when you spawn on here, you're going to be in a room and you're going to be like, oh, well, I can't go anywhere. What the hell? I have to run through this door. As soon as they run through this door, they click your device, it transmits on channel 2, it turns this one off, it turns the next one on, and simply enough, we're just going to put a trap up here. It's off. It's only going to cover this room. Zone width, depth, and height are all 1. So that means it's a 1x1. You can also set these to channels. But for now, we just wanted to kill somebody as soon as they walk into this room. So what's going to happen is you're going to spawn here. You're going to be like, oh, I'm stuck. There's a door. I have to run through the door. They're going to go to the door, run over your plate, transmit on channel 2, run in here and die. Now when you die, because the other player spawn was off, you're going to spawn over here. Same concept here. I'm going to go over here and grab this grab this spawn pad, or this trigger rather. We'll put it right in the door. Alright, this one turns on from 2, disables from 3. So we're going to set this to transmit on channel 3. And we'll make sure that it's off. Visibility in game, off. Okay, so that's not going to show. As soon as they run into this room, they die. And we'll do the exact same thing here. I have to go steal that trigger. That's why they call it dope. Because it makes you dopey. Alright. So we'll lay that down there. Since I copied it, all the settings are the same. The only thing I have to do is advance this when triggered transmit on channel 4. It should be off in game and all that. And we'll throw a trap up here. Damage volume rather. Okay. So the way we have it set is same thing in every room. You'll spawn. You'll be like, oh shit, I can't get out of here. I have to run through the door. So as soon as they run through the door, they'll trigger your trigger. It'll transmit on whatever channel you have it set to. And it'll turn on or off other devices. Then they'll run into the room, die, and spawn in the next pad. So, short overview, you'll spawn on the pad over here. Run out of the room, trigger your device, die, and respawn on the spawn pads over here. Rinse and repeat. Run out of the room, trigger your device, die, spawn over here. Run out of the room, trigger your device, die, spawn back over here. Hopefully, if we have all of them set up. Remember, when you use your triggers, turn this one off. The player spawn, that is. Turn this one on. Same deal. When you turn this one off, turn this one on. And then you want to have this one set as island start and turn island start off on any subsequent ones that you don't want them to spawn at. So let's start the game and see if we have all of our switches working correctly. Okay, oh shit. There's no spawn pad here. What the crap? I'm in a room, I can't get... Alright, I have to go through this door. Now remember, there is a spawn pad here. And there is a trigger at the door. But, of course, I don't know that because I'm just a dumb Yeti. Ooh, messing with Sasquatch. Oh, did you see it and hear it? I hope so. I don't see any traps. Looks safe. Oh, what the fuck? That was supposed to kill me. Obviously, I did something wrong, and I'll test it in a second. I'll test it now. That's the thing about creatives. Sometimes you gotta go through and troubleshoot them. Alright. Man, I don't know. I got it set to elimination. Weird. Weird. Zone is off. Base is off. Can't see the zone. Can't see the base. One by one. Set to elimination. It'll do 500 damage. There's no safe team. Kills players, shields, creatures. Enabled on game start. Should work. I don't know what to do. If you ever get stuck like this, the best thing to do is just kill that trap and put down another one. So if you remember, spawn pad here, which we have visibility turned off in game, just makes it look a little cleaner. We're going to run across a trigger here, watch for the visual, and if you can hear the audio, then the audio. There you go. And I should die right here. Oh. Oh, I see. I'm not spawning in the correct room. There you go. So if you remember me talking about island start, that one is turned on. I obviously have this one turned on as well. I need to turn the island start off on this one. Otherwise it's going to randomly pick which one of the two island starts that you spawn on. So this is an easy fix with one switch. Okay. Let's see. And I will bet you that the island start is turned on. Uses island start off.